अस्सलाम-ओ-allaikum व्यूवर्स, कैसे हैं आप सब। आज मैं आपके सामने फिजिक्स 101 के मोस्ट रिपीटेड एमसीक्यूज लेकर आई हूँ फाइनल टर्म की तैयारी के लिए। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 हमारे पास गिवन है टोटल चार्ज ऑफ 6.3 मल्टीप्लाई 10 माइनस 8 सी इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड यूनिफॉर्मली थ्रू आउट अ 2.7 सेंटीमीटर रेडियस स्फीयर। तो राइट ऑप्शन नंबर ई है। नेक्स्ट है charge is placed on the surface of 2.7 centimeter radius isolated conducting sphere. The surface charge density is uniform and has the value. The total charge on the sphere is right option D 6.3 multiply 10 minus 8. Next है question number 3. A spherical shell has an inner radius of 3.7 centimeter and outer radius 4.5. If the charge is distributed uniformly throughout the shell with a volume density, the total charge is right option A 1.0 multiply 10 minus 7c. Next question number 4. A cylinder has a radius of 2.1 centimeter and length 8.8 centimeter. Total charge, right option D 5.0 multiply 10 minus 3. Next when a piece of paper is held with one face perpendicular to uniform electric field, the flux through it is 25 Newton meter per second meter square per column. When the paper is turned 25 with respect to the field, the flux through it, right option D 23 N meter square per column. The flux of electric field through portion of YZ plane, the right option D 48 N meter square per column. Question number 7 है consider Gauss law. Which of the following is true? Right option C. If the three particles inside have charges plus q and minus 2q, then the integral is 0. Next है a charge point particle is placed at the center of the spherical Gaussian surface. The electric flux is changed if the point charge is moved to just outside the sphere. Right option है D. क्वेश्चन नंबर 19 हमारे पास गिवन है चूज द इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट। अब इसमें से जो इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है वो है नंबर ई पे। अकॉर्डिंग टू गॉस लॉ, इफ अ क्लॉज सरफेस इनक्लोज नो चार्ज देन द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड मस्ट वेनिश एवरीवेयर ऑन द सरफेस। नेक्स्ट है द आउटर सरफेस ऑफ द कार्डबोर्ड सेंटर ऑफ अ पेपर टॉवल रोल। राइट आंसर है नंबर डी कैन नॉट बी अ गॉसियन सरफेस बिकॉज इट इज नॉट अ क्लॉज सरफेस। नेक्स्ट है a physics instructor is in an anti-room charges an electrostatic generator 225 microcoulomb, then carries it into the lecture hall. The net electric flux in through the lecture hall walls is right answer 2.8 multiply 108. Next question number 12. A point particle with the charge q is placed inside the cube but not at its center. The electric flux through cannot be computed using Gauss law. Right option E. Next है question number 13. A particle with charge is placed at the corner of a cube. The total electric flux is in through all sides of the cube is number E. Right answer 5.6 multiply 105. Next है a point particle with charge q at the center of a Gaussian surface in the form of cube. The electric flux through any one face of the cube is q by 60. Next है the table below give electric surface flux in through the end round surface of 4. So, complete statement हमारे पास given है। right answer है 4312. Next है a conducting surface of radius 0.01 meter has a charge deposit on it. The magnitude of the electric field Newton per coulomb just outside the surface of the sphere is 900. A round waste paper basket with radius opening in a uniform electric field perpendicular to the opening. The total flux through the side and bottom in is 21. The 10c of charge are placed on a spherical conducting shell. A particle with a charge of minus 3c is placed at the center of the cavity. Right option है plus 3 column. 10c of charge are placed on a surface conducting shell. A particle with the charge minus 3c is placed at the center of the cavity. Right option है plus 7c. Next है a 30 Newton per coulomb uniform electric field point perpendicular toward the left face of a large neutral conducting sheet. The surface charge density in coulomb per meter square on the left and right faces respectively are. Right option number A. Next है charge Q is distributed uniformly throughout an insulating sphere of radius r. The magnitude of the electric field at the point r/2 from the center is. Right option number D. Next है positive charge Q is distributed uniformly throughout an insulating sphere of the radius r centered at the origin. A particle with positive charge Q is placed at x is equal to 2r on the x-axis. The magnitude of the electric field at x is equal to r/2 on the x-axis is. Right option C. Next है charge Q is distributed uniformly through a spherical insulating shell. The net electric flux is through the inner surface of the shell. Right option A 0. Next है charge Q is distributed uniformly throughout a spherical insulating shell. The net electric flux throughout the outer surface of the shell Q by 0. Number B. The 3.5 centimeter radius hemisphere contain a total charge. Right option है number C. Charge is distributed uniformly along a long straight wire. The electric field 2 centimeter from the wire is. The electric field 4 centimeter from the wire is 10 Newton per coulomb. Next है positive charge Q is placed on the conducting spherical shell with inner radius r1 and outer radius r2. A point charge Q is placed at the center of the cavity. The magnitude of the electric field of a point at a point outside the shell distance r from the center is. Correct answer है number D. Next a positive charge placed on the conducting spherical shell with in the inner radius r1 outer radius r2. Right option है number D. Next a long line of charge with lambda charge per unit length runs along the cylindrical axis of cylindrical shell which carries a charge per unit length of lambda c. The charge per unit length on the inner and outer surface of the shell respectively are. Correct answer है number B. Next है charge is distributed uniformly on the surface of the large flat plate. The electric field 2 centimeter from the plate is 30 Newton per coulomb. The electric field 4 centimeter from the plate is. Correct answer number C 30 Newton per coulomb. Next a particle with charge Q is placed outside a large neutral conducting sheet. At any point in the interior of the sheet, the electric field produced by charges on the surface is directed toward Q. Correct answer C. A hollow conductor is positively charged. A small uncharged metal ball is lured by a silk thread through a small opening in the top of the conductor and allowed to touch its inner surface. Right option number C. No appreciable charge. Next है a spherical conducting shell has a charge Q. A particle with the charge Q is placed at the center of the cavity. The charge on the inner surface of the shell and the charge on the outer surface of the shell respectively are minus Q, Q plus Q. Right option D. Next है a particle with charge of from a particle with charge, potential energy of these two particle system relative to the potential energy at infinite separation is. Right option B. A particle with a charge is fixed at the origin of the particle with charge is moved from x-axis to y. On the y-axis, the change in potential energy of the two particle system is. Correct answer C 6 multiplied 10 minus 5 joule. A particle with a charge is fixed at the origin. A particle with a charge is moved from the x-axis and on the y-axis. The change in the potential energy of the two particle system is. The correct answer is 0. The three particles lie on the next. Three particles lie on the x-axis. Particle 1 with a charge of 1 multiplied 10 minus 8 coulomb is at x is equal to 1 centimeter. Particle 2 with a charge is at x is equal to 2 centimeter and particle 3 with a charge is at x is equal to 3 centimeter. The potential energy of this arrangement relative to the potential energy of the far infinite separation is. Right option है number B. Next है two identical particles each with charge q are placed on the x-axis, one at the origin and other at x is equal to 5 centimeter. A third particle with charge minus q is placed on the x-axis on. So the potential energy for the three particle system is the same as the potential energy at infinite separation. Its x coordinate is right option A 13 centimeter. Next है choose the correct statement. इसमें correct statement कोई भी नहीं है, none of the above. Next है if 500 joule of the work are required to carry a charge particle between 2 points with a potential difference of 20 volt, the magnitude of the charge on the particle is. Right option है 12.5 column. Next है the potential difference between 2 points is 100 volt. If a particle with a charge of 2 coulomb is transported from one of these points to the other, the magnitude of the work done is 200 joule. Next during a lightning discharge, 30 coulomb of charge move through a potential difference. The energy released by this lightning bolt is right option number B 3 multiply 109 joule. Next an electron is accelerated from rest through a potential difference V. Its final speed is proportional to. Correct answer number C. Next two large parallel conducting plates are separated by a distance d placed in a vacuum and connected to a source of potential difference V. An oxygen ion with charge 2 each start from rest on the surface of one plate and accelerate to the other. If it denotes the magnitude of electron through the charge, the final kinetic energy of this ion is 2 eV. Correct option E, right answer. Next an electron volt is the energy gained by an electron is in moving through a potential difference of 1 volt. Next an electron has charge minus e and mass me. A proton has charge e and mass 1840 me. A proton volt is equal to 1 eV. Next है two conducting spheres are far apart. The smaller sphere carries a total charge q. The largest sphere has a radius that is twice that the smaller and is neutral. After the two spheres are conducting by conducting wire, the charges on the smaller and larger sphere respectively are. Number B answer right, q by 3 and 2q by 3. Next है a conducting sphere with radius r is charged until the magnitude of the electric field just outside its surface is E. The electric potential of the sphere relative to the potential far away is. Number D right answer. Next है a 5 cm radius conducting sphere has a surface charge density on its surface. Its electric potential relative to the potential far away is. Correct answer A 1.1 multiply 104 volt. Next है a hollow metal sphere is charged to a potential V. The potential at its center is V. Next है positive charge is distributed uniformly throughout a non-conducting sphere. The highest electric potential occurs at the center. Next a total charge is uniformly distributed through a non-conducting sphere with radius 5 cm. The electric potential at the surface relative to the potential far away is about. Correct answer number B 1.3 multiply 104 V. Next 8 identical sphere raindrops are each at a point potential V relative to the potential far away. They call this to make one spherical raindrop whose potential is 4 volt. A metal sphere carries a charge and its potential of 400 volt relative to the potential far away. The potential at the center of the sphere is 400 volt. Next a 5 cm radius is isolated conducting sphere is charged, so its potential is 100 volt relative to the potential far away. The charge density on its surface is 1.8 multiply 10 minus 8 coulomb per meter square. A conducting sphere has a charge q and its electrical potential is V. relative to the potential far away. If the charge is double to 2q, the potential is 2v. Next is the potential difference between the end of a 2 meter stick that is parallel to the uniform electric field is 400 volt. The magnitude of the electric field is 800 volt per meter. In a certain region of space, the electric potential increases uniformly from east to west and does not vary in any other direction. The electric field points east and does not vary with position. If the electric field is in the positive x direction and has a magnitude given by E is equal to C x2, where C is a constant, then the electric potential is given by V is equal to minus C x3 by 3. Next है the work required to carry a particle with a charge 6.0 column from a 5.0 volt equipotential surface to 6.0 volt equipotential surface and back again to the 5.0 volt surface is 0. Right option A. The potential surface associated with the charge point particle are concentric spheres center at the particle. The electric field in the region around the origin is given by right answer concentric cylinder with the axis along z axis. Room temperature is about 20 degree on Celsius scale. Next, a particle with 0 mass and energy E carries E by 2. The quantum number ms is most closely associated with what property of the electron in an atom? Component of the spin angular momentum. J.J. Thomson measurement of E by m from electrons provide evidence of the particle nature of matter. During a slow adiabatic expansion of a gas, no energy enter or leave as heat. Next है the electric potential in a certain region of space is given by V is equal to where V is in volt. Right option planes parallel to the YZ plane. A particle with charge q is to be brought from far away to a point near an electric dipole. No work is done if the final position of the particle is on a line that is perpendicular to the dipole moment. Next है equipotential surface associated with an electric dipole are none of the above. The unit of capacitance are equivalent to C2 by joule. A farad is the same as a C by V. Correct answer C. Each plate of capacitor store a charge of magnitude 1 mc when 100 volt potential difference is applied. The capacitance is the right option B. To charge a 1F capacitor with 2C require a potential difference of 2 volt. The capacitance of parallel plate capacitor with plate area A and plate separation D is option number C. The capacitance of parallel plate capacitor is A. The statement given a right option number D. The capacitance of parallel plate capacitor can be increased by decreasing the plate separation. If the both plate area and the plate separation of parallel plate capacitor are double, the capacitance is unchanged. If the plate area of an isolated changed parallel plate capacitor is doubled, the potential difference is halved. If the plate separation of an isolated charged parallel plate capacitor is doubled, none of the given right option. Pulling the plates of an isolated charged capacitor apart increase the potential difference. If the charge on parallel plate capacitor is doubled, the electric field is doubled. A parallel plate capacitor has a plate area and plate separation. To obtain an electric field between the plates, the magnitude of the charge on each plate should be right option D. A parallel plate capacitor has a plate area and plate separation. If the charge on plate magnitude, the potential difference across the plate is approximately right option D. The capacitance of a spherical capacitor with the inner radius A and outer radius B is proportional to the right option D. The capacitance of a single isolated spherical conductor with radius R is proportional to R. A battery statement given a right option है number D, Q and V by 2 respectively. Statement given a right option number C. Next है statement given a right option half the potential difference of the one capacitor microfaraday. Let Q denote charge, V denote potential difference, and U denote stored energy of these quantities. Capacitor in series must have the same Q only. Let Q denote charge, V denote potential difference, U denote stored energy of these quantities. Capacitor in parallel must have the same V only. Next, capacitor C1 and C2 are connected in parallel. The equivalent capacitance is given. Right option E, C1 plus C2. Capacitor C1 and C2 are connected in series. The equivalent capacitance is given by number A. Right answer. The capacitor C1 and C2 are connected in series and potential difference is applied. Correct answer, the charge on C1. Next है two identical capacitors each with capacitance C are connected in parallel. The combination is connected in series to third identical capacitor. The equivalent capacitance of this arrangement is 2C by 3. Next statement given a right option A. Next है R20F capacitor is charged 200 volt. Its stored energy is 0.4 joule. A charged capacitor stored 10 coulomb at 40 volt. Its stored energy is 200 joule. Next statement given a right option number E. The quantity has the significance of energy by volume. Energy per volume. Capacitor A and B are identical. The capacitor A is charged, so it stores 4 joule of energy, and capacitor B is uncharged. The capacitors are then connected in parallel. The total stored energy in the capacitor is now 2 joule. Next है to store the total 0.040 joule of energy in two identical capacitors shown. Each should have capacitance of right option C 1.0. Next है a battery is used to charge a parallel plate capacitor, after which it is disconnected. Then the plate are pulled apart to twice their original separation. This process will double the stored energy. Next statement given a right option 5N. Next है statement given a correct answer number C. Next, a dielectric slab is slowly inserted between the plate of a parallel plate capacitor, while the potential difference between the plate is held constant by a battery as it is being inserted. Right option number E. Next है one of the material listed below is to be placed between the two identical metal sheets with no air gap to form a parallel plate capacitor which produce the greatest capacitance. Right option E. Two capacitors are identical except that one is filled with air and the other is oil. Both capacitors carry the same charge. The ratio of the electric field E air E oil is between 1 and infinity. Next statement given a right option number B. Next है two parallel plate capacitor with the same plate separation but the different capacitance are connected in parallel battery. Both capacitors are filled with air. The quantity is not the same. Right option charge on the positive plate. Next है statement given a right option number A. A potential difference. Next है statement given a correct answer number C. Electric field between plates. Next statement given है हमारे पास right option number E है. Charge on the positive plate. A car battery is rated 80 an ampere or is a unit charge. Right option D. Current has unit coulomb per second. Next है current has unit amperes. Next unit of resistivity are ohm meters. The rate at which electrical energy is used may be measured in watt. Energy may be measured in watt second. Which one of the following quantities is correctly matched to its unit? potential difference, joule per coulomb. Current is a measure of amount of charge that move past a point per unit time. A 60 watt light bulb carries a current of 0.5 A. The total charge passing through it in 1 hour is 1800 coulomb. The number of significant figure is 3. 1 revolution is the same as 2 pi radian. A body in the to be equilibrium under the combined action of several forces. Correct answer: the sum of torque about any point must equal 0. Next, a bucket of water is pushed from left to right with increasing speed across the horizontal surface. Consider the pressure at 2 points at the same level in the water. It is higher at the point on the left. Next statement given a correct answer has 600 Hz. Next statement given a correct answer number A. Next, if the potential difference across resistor is double, only the current is doubled. Next statement given a correct answer 412. Next, Faraday's law states that an induced EMF is proportional to the rate of change of the magnetic flux. Next statement given a correct answer 1000 volt. Next, the wavelength of red light is 700 Newton meter. Its frequency is correct answer 1 number A. Next statement given a correct answer number B. Which of the following electromagnetic radiation has photons with the greatest energy? X-rays. A visual image is one from which light rays diverge but do not pass through. What is the unit of magnification factor? No unit. Statement given a correct answer 15 joule per Kelvin. An ideal gas expands into a vacuum in a rigid vessel. As a result, there is a change in entropy. Next, the Stern-Gerlach experiment makes use of a strong non-uniform magnetic field. Next statement given a correct answer है the number of undecayed nuclei present at that instant. Next statement given a correct answer है 6.0 kg m2 bar s. A net torque applied to rigid object always tend to produce angular acceleration. Next statement given a correct answer है 12.6 radian per second. In simple harmonic motion, the restoring force must be proportional to the displacement. Mercury is a convenient liquid to use in a barometer because it has a high density. Next, the unit of the electric field are Newton per coulomb. A farad is the same as a coulomb per volt. Next statement given a correct answer C. Next statement given a right answer है the electromagnetic radiation from a burning candle is unpolarized. Next, Wien's law states that right answer 2.9 number D correct answer है. In interference of light is evidence that light is a wave phenomena. Next statement given a right answer 574. According to the theory of relativity, right answer है none of the given above are true. Next statement given a right option है lower frequency and a shorter wavelength than before. Next statement given a right option है 0.38 coulomb. Next statement given a correct answer energy. Next statement given a correct answer component of the spin angular momentum. Next as statement given a right answer remain the same. Next statement given a right answer 0.55 millimeter. Next statement given a right answer 0.5 second. Next statement given a right option है the apparent weight of the object depend on basic density. Next the weight of the object statement given a right option है 29 centimeter per second. Next statement given a right answer B. Next statement given a right answer A. Next statement given है right answer. Select the correct option. Visually erect, it's smaller than the object. Next statement given a right option है ultraviolet light has a longer wavelength than infrared. Next है statement given है right option है a visual image is one from which light rays diverge but do not pass through. Next है द एनर्जी ऑफ अ फोटोन इज अ बीम ए इज हाफ द एनर्जी ऑफ फोटोन इन बीम बी. नेक्स्ट, इलेक्ट्रॉन डाई रिएक्शन एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑफ डेविसन एंड गर्मर. नेक्स्ट है एविडेंस दैट अ गैस कंसिस्ट मोस्टली एम्प्टी स्पेस इन द फैक्ट इज द फैक्ट दैट द डेंसिटी ऑफ अ गैस बिकम मच ग्रेटर व्हेन इट इज लिक्विफाइड. नेक्स्ट है स्टेटमेंट गिवन राइट आंसर नंबर ए. नेक्स्ट, a net torque applied to rigid object always tend to produce angular acceleration. Next है 2.20 radian. Statement given right option displacement. It has a light density joule per meter joule per volt. ये आपने अच्छे सब देख लेने. MCQs बहुत ही बार बार रिपीट हो रहे हैं पेपर्स में. उम्मीद है इसमें काफ़ी तक आपका पेपर हल हो जाएगा. Light is a wave phenomena -40 moving clock run fast. Next है lower frequency and shorter wavelength than before. Next 38 column energy remain the same. आज का हमारा लेक्चर बस यहीं तक था. आपने अच्छे से इसकी तैयारी करनी है. उम्मीद है इसमें से काफ़ी हद तक MCQs आपके पेपर में आ सकते हैं. ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़.